welcome to this week's edition of the Just Two Marks Wrestling Recap Show. I'm the Athletic Geek, and once again joined through social distance and various messaging apps by my normal co-host, Jedi Jason Kruger. And if you've never seen this show before, this is the Just Two Marks Wrestling Recap Show. Jedi and I have been watching wrestling together for over 15 years. We love wrestling. We love sharing our love of wrestling with other passionate wrestling fans like all of you out there. However, just like all of you out there, we're not insiders, we're not wrestlers. We are fans, just like all of you. We avoid insider terms because of the fact that we are not insiders or wrestlers. At the end of the day, we are just two marks. And oh me, oh my. It's been a week. It's still hard for me to get into all of this with no crowd. And just with the looming depression of social distancing and the Rona.
Right.
But it's been a week.
Triple H has been with the company for 25 years.
Yes. Donald Trump takes time out of his busy schedule dealing with this to wish Triple H a happy 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, not this Sunday, but next Sunday is Money in the Bank. Somebody should tell WWE.
And just for the record, we might do a small giveaway, but the big giveaway was for WrestleMania, we're saving for Double or Nothing. Just because, well, it doesn't look like there's an end in sight to all this, and I gotta give all these prizes away somehow.
Right.
So Double or Nothing. Because it fits with the title. It's, you're winning
Sure does.
double. But you may not win. You might win nothing if you don't place. So there's that. So, yeah, you want to start with SmackDown last week, Jedi?
We will start with SmackDown, yeah. So, apparently Miz and Morrison also thought it was quite bullshit to lose their tag belts in a singles match.
Yeah! How about that?
It's just awkward when you agree with the bad guys more than the good guys.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, apparently people on SmackDown that
we do have some chatters. How about that? Probably telling me that, hey, your stream sucks.
Hi, Eric.
Ray and Eric are here. SCU. No, I don't say FTR. I say FTRR. You get it? Alright, anyway. That was a whole being the elite bit. He goes FTRR, and they're like, you get it? Oh, yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, you get it, don't you? And they never explained what that meant.
Gotcha.
The fan theory was it meant fuck the Roman Reigns because it was when Roman Reigns went but before he went full Seth, people seem to forget Roman bashed the Young Bucks and Kenny too. So, I mean, he didn't go full Seth, but he wasn't a fan.
Right. So I guess the Lucha House Party and Forgotten Sons do not want to be forgotten as part of the tag team scene, so...
Is there a tag team scene, or are they just going to have...
Well, they're trying to will it into existence. Just these 8 people.
Let's see what this... Yes, it was, I believe. That's why I didn't really feel bad about missing much of it.
Yeah. Drew Gulak lost to Baron Corbin thanks to shenanigans, since I guess Baron Corbin's friends with Nakamura and Cesaro. All the bad guys are...
Yes, you're basically like, we're not the good guys.
Right.
I mean, it beats doing nothing, but still, it doesn't make it good.
I haven't been mentioning this just because it has been squash matches, but for literally 3 weeks straight, Sheamus has just been killing fools.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
Like to know where we're going with that, but all right. Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Lucha House Party actually pinned Miz and Morrison, so good for them, because, I don't know, they never get a win. That's nice, I
Yeah.
guess. Lacey Evans beat Sasha Banks thanks to Bayley. Oh, and Tamina still exists. She wants you to know she's going for the belt. Don't forget.
Yeah, take Bayley out of that equation, and I'm gonna sing some classical music for everybody. Are you ready? This is excluding Bayley. And even though there are some silly fans out there that like her, Sasha. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Go on.
And on that note, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defend their tag belts against Carmella and Dana Brooke.
Nobody cares. Nobody. And I feel bad saying that about Bliss Cross Applesauce, but
right.
Just,
well, apparently they won in short order, and that was basically a quick blow-by-blow of SmackDown.
Yep.
I mean, I think they did something basically building up, explaining the history between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, since they're going to be fighting, but that's the long and short of it.
We got a question from Eric. If Triple H has 3 more Mania matches before retirement, who would you like to see him against? Well, Triple H is not my A-list of favorite wrestlers, so you're probably talking to the wrong guy as far as wanting to give like a passionate response to that. But if I were to pick 3 people for Triple H to face at 3 more Manias before finally retiring, I would say AJ, as long as AJ wins, which you never know with Triple H.
Right.
AJ, Gargano, and you say really talking to the wrong guy about Triple H here. AJ, Gargano, and Kevin Owens. I'd make Gargano his last one. Gargano's his farewell match. It won't be Gargano. It'll be like Shane.
Right.
Or fucking... I don't know. Actually, you know what? Something that I would not bitch about, and I wouldn't care who won or who lost. Rock and Triple H never got a WrestleMania match, so that's one. If The Rock has a break in Hollywood and is willing to do the match, I'd say do Rock and Triple H.
Yeah. There we go. He just threw down one legend, one current.
One legend. Okay, well there you go. One legend, one current, and one NXT guy. Gargano.
One legend, one current.
Gargano, AJ, The Rock. There you go.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking kind of like to see Triple H and Keith Lee a little bit.
My logic behind Gargano is kind of a Triple H for all the dislike I have about Triple H, and I feel rightfully so, kind of not doing the right thing from 2002 to 2005. He did, and even though he's not the perfect matchmaker, he still is tremendously better than what's going on the main roster. Triple H or NXT is his baby, and Johnny Gargano is Mr. NXT. He's Triple H has already fought Rollins at WrestleMania, who was the first flag bearer of NXT. So Gargano's been waving that flag loud and proud since 2016. Yeah. So him wrestling, I'd say Triple H laying down for him in his last match would be great. But here Triple H will probably pedigree Johnny Gargano and beat him, and like he did CM Punk, and just destroy all of his momentum in his last match.
Right. All I'm saying is Gargano has to be the good guy in that match, and Triple H is the bad guy, or they messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, good call. Definitely The Rock for the legend. Definitely.
Yeah, for the probably the best rival. They're each other's probably second best rivalry.
Right.
You know, I think Austin for The Rock, and then I don't really know who I give. I mean, it could be Triple H's best, but Triple H also had those good runs with Taker and Shawn, so who knows?
Right.
That's like.
Triple H just.
But for how much they defined, how much both those men defined 1999 and 2000, arguably WWF's two best years since Hulk Hogan. They never got that WrestleMania match. They never got that WrestleMania singles match. They got that Fatal 4-Way, but they never got that singles match.
Yep.
All right, to continue.
Hop into Raw.
Oh boy.
Well, I will say
oh boy, Raw.
I will say one thing for Raw. At least they know who they're putting in the Money in the Bank match. Both the women's and the men's. They've got their people determined. SmackDown's still kind of waffling around with a couple of their participants. So.
Yeah.
Or do they? So Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, and Apollo Crews are the three representatives on the Raw side.
We thought.
Yeah. Zelina took issues, so they had a six-man and proved, yeah, we're better than Zelina's crew. But then, skipping ahead because I can, later in the night, Apollo decided he wanted the U.S. title and got himself injured trying to fight Andrade. So, is Apollo too injured to compete in 2 weeks? Will it be Andrade? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. And I like Andrade and I like Apollo, but I'm just not. I don't know what it is. And I just don't. I'm not connecting with this. And I feel terrible because I like Andrade and I like Apollo Crews and I should be excited about them getting a featured match, but just for some reason I'm just something's not connecting. I hope it does, but something's not connecting.
Shayna, there was supposed to be a match with Baszler versus Asuka versus Nia Jax, which would have been interesting, but Nia Jax ruins everything, even in storyline, and says she can do what she wants, so we get no match. That could be a new sitcom. Nia ruins everything.
Yeah, instead of Adam ruins everything, Nia just rename Monday Night Raw and Nia ruins everything.
Bobby Lashley is on such shaky footage with his career now, he made Lana stay backstage so he could fight essentially a jobber.
Yeah?
Because, she might make him lose.
Andrade was supposed to be a single star. I don't like that he's in a stable now. I don't necessarily mind that there's a stable because, like, as New Japan proves, stables, when done correctly, the majority of the roster being in a stable can be a good thing. WWE just doesn't do that right.
True. Well, he's definitely out of the three. He's definitely I don't want to say leader because Zelina's pulling the strings, but you know what I mean. He's the alpha competitor.
Right.
It's interesting that we have a version of the LWO now in WWE.
Yes. Even more ironic given I wore the classic Eddie Guerrero t-shirt a couple weeks ago.
Yes. I like to point out the things that most people just don't mention.
If they called themselves the LWO, I would be behind it 100%.
I mean, I'm not sure they can comfortably try to do that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. If they straight up just called themselves the LWO.
Right.
Yeah. Pay top dollar.
Liv Morgan continues to defeat Ruby Riott. They had a rematch and she won. So much for 50-50 on that. And not much more to say. I guess they're kind of keeping Morgan on the back burner for... Well, Becky Lynch doesn't have a match at Money in the Bank, does she?
Yeah,
No,
maybe...
I mean,
I don't want Becky to lose the belt to Liv Morgan,
else.
but I say this as a Becky fan and as somebody who, at probably what might be my only trip to WrestleMania, wore a t-shirt representing Becky Lynch.
Right.
She needs to lose the title to somebody soon.
Yeah, I don't think it's Liv Morgan, but yeah.
It's not Liv Morgan, but like a Ruby Riott or... I thought it would be Baszler, but, you know, she just really hasn't been the Baszler of old. Surprise, surprise. It's kind of hard to really be the Baszler of old when you have no crowd and I'm going to, if I were to take a shot in the dark, guess that the head coach of Monday Night Raw compared to the head coach of NXT doesn't understand what made Shayna great, especially when they made her a fucking vampire.
Yeah. I mean, her performance in Elimination Chamber was good, although the pacing was bad.
Not good.
And that's not her fault. Whoever decided what order they should come out of those pods in should be fired.
Right.
Jinder Mahal's back. I guess he's...
Yeah, are you ready for my song again? And I've been singing this song about Jinder Mahal since 2011. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Oh, I agree with Eric here. At least the group we're calling the LWO isn't a cartoon group like the Lucha House Party.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. And Baszler might win Money in the Bank. It's quite possible. And then go back after Becky.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at all...
I honestly wonder if they just gave Becky that win so she could have had the title for a year. Just so she could have had a year-long reign.
Could be. They've done things like that before, so that would make sense.
You know, they had John Cena beat Randy Orton just so he could have had a year-long WWE title reign. You know, the plan was he was going to lose it to Randy Orton more than likely at the following pay-per-view, but they just had him beat Randy Orton at, I believe it was SummerSlam that year, or at Unforgiven. They had him beat him sometimes so he could have the title for a year.
Right. And Ricochet and Cedric Alexander still being a tag team?
Because
they think there's tag team titles.
Because Vince doesn't like tag teams, and he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these people? Tag team!
You're both small, be a team. And Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins did the Money in the Bank contract signing. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, good first program for Drew.
Right.
You know, they can have a good match, and as long as Drew wins, it's fine.
Right.
You know, as long as Drew wins, it's like, okay, you need credible challengers, and whether or not he's fallen from grace and made a complete and total ass out of himself in the last year is an irrelevant point. The point is he, you know.
Yeah, well, thankfully they've capitalized on that and made him a villain in story too, so.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, every now and again, kind of like with Becky, after months of trying to cram her down our throat as a villain, they're finally like, hey, we should just go with this.
Yeah. I do miss the Becky trying to be bad, but the crowd just going along with it memes. Those were great.
Those were funny. That was a great time to be a wrestling fan, just for those memes.
Yes. And about Chicago's high crime rate, you know, and the fans. We have gun violence. We have gun violence. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, Belair is, yeah, it's unfortunate she's on Raw. We'll just say that. We'll just say that.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Yeah. All right, so NXT.
Yes, NXT.
Cruiserweight Tournament. El Hijo del Fantasma versus Isaiah Swerve Scott.
I was gonna say, is this the child of a man we used to backyard wrestle with?
I mean,
El Hijo del Fantasma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
I know, right?
This is a good match. Good as it can be.
Right.
The one thing that, and I know there's gonna be a lot of people on social media going like, "Oh, you get your lips off of fucking AEW's dick." But why doesn't WWE needs to create some kind of atmosphere so it's not just in total silence?
Right.
Like, I know you could say that the wrestlers watching on AEW is corny, but it's better than complete silence.
Yeah.
You know, and if WWE stole it from AEW and did it, you know, whatever. Just we're in a pandemic. Okay, they've made their show better by something AEW did. Cool, neat. Who knows? You know,
right.
Let it last until we can have fucking people in the crowd again.
Right. It'll be okay as soon as everything's back to normal and they have their oh shoot. Well, you know, when AEW has their version of War Games, then WWE could be like, you just copied us.
Yeah.
So,
now,
you know,
I did see, this is somewhat wrestling related, but I saw a meme earlier today. It said, I wonder if the coronavirus will last a long time. And then it said, you know, I had a picture of John Cena staring down Randy Orton, and it said,
no.
Coronavirus.
Oh man. Don't put that evil on us.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh man. Alright, so I forgot about this a little bit, but I guess Candice LeRae is a bad guy now, of course, obviously. Duh.
This is where I feel NXT's dropped the ball on a lot of stuff, but continue.
Yeah, so she fought Casey Catanzaro, and I don't know. How was the match? It sounds like Candice is not exactly Io Shirai levels of villain yet.
Well, her and Johnny both are, and it's like,
right.
But why though?
Right. I guess it works if she's gonna fight someone like Catanzaro, who's just you can't help but like. So whatever. Anyway, she won as she should, obviously, and Johnny was happy. Yay, Johnny! Yay, evil Johnny! Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher had a new show.
This was yeah.
Well, in that case, thankfully the Imperium stopped it.
Yeah, you know, as much hope as I had for Imperium. What can you do?
All right, so that happened. I guess Pete Dunne is out with injury right now.
I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Like I don't know if he is. I'm not gonna swear by it here on air.
That's fair. We'll just move on. Charlotte Flair fought Mia Yim. Of course,
this was
good.
This was good.
Good. And I guess Io Shirai jumped up and said, "I want to be next." So, also, I guess is Impact's Killer Cross coming to NXT.
Yes. I really get the vibe they're just playing kind of Charlotte maybe both ways.
Uh-huh.
Not in the perverted way before any of you go in that direction, but yeah.
Yep. there you go. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. She's kind of beyond good and evil right now, I guess, huh?
Much like her father.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
That's
seriously,
true.
you know, like back in the old days, like Flair would be a bad guy wrestling Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, but then would wrestle Ivan Koloff and be a good guy.
Right.
So
Yeah. There you go. Dexter Loomis had a match. Isn't that the guy that kind of showed up out of nowhere?
yeah.
Okay. Drake Maverick versus Tony Nese.
Very good match. It makes me sad.
Right?
Like, legitimately sad. Let's see what's the chat.
You want to be even sadder?
No.
Oh, okay.
But go on.
I can't help myself. Remember, like, about 2 years ago on pay-per-view when their big angle was Drake Maverick pisses himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, that's enough to make me a little sadder even yet still. It doesn't take much to make me sad.
Especially in this day and age.
Also, I guess credit to AOP from recovering from that whole AOPP chant that they had plaguing them for a while.
Recovering, where the fuck are they?
Well,
I know one's hurt, but like, seriously, what have they fucking done?
That's true, but when they were aligned with Seth there for a little bit, at least I didn't hear anybody saying, oh gosh, these guys, you know.
Fair, but even taking that aside, like, AOP, this dominating force
I know.
from NXT with Paul Ellering, and now they ain't shit.
You know, on the other hand, people who haven't really been actively thrown under the bus, but yet still somehow have managed to spiral into complete obscurity, the Viking Warriors.
No comment.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's get to AEW. Let's.
Oh, hold on. Keith Lee fought Damian Priest. How was it?
Is good.
It was okay. All right.
I mean, no, it was good. I'm depressed now.
Fair enough. That's fair. All right. That's fair. Sorry, my fault. All right. Keith Lee won. He's still champion. Yeah, Keith Lee doing Keith Lee thing.
Yes.
Bask in his glory.
Bask in his glory.
So AEW's kicked off with one of the TNT.
It kicked off with Cody and Darby in the semi-final matchup for the TNT title, and the Cody haters were all kinds of butthurt that he won. But here's the thing. Yes, Darby has yet to beat Cody. However, the first match, Darby pushed Cody to the absolute limit. The second match, Cody won by just stopping a high-risk move that Cody used experience for. And this match, Cody almost lost, but once again, he used his experience to roll up Darby after Darby hit him with the coffin drop. Do all the fucking people out there who just want to fucking be Cody sucks, AEW sucks, they're burying Darby Allin, I feel like they're all blind to the fact that there's a fucking story being told here.
Right.
The story is Darby is equal to Cody except for one thing. Experience. Cody is a veteran. Darby is still somewhat of a rookie. Eventually, there's going to come a time where the one advantage that Cody has over Darby is not going to be an advantage anymore. Right. And that's when Darby's going to win. Would you rather him win now, or would you rather him be the one to take the title from Cody?
Yeah.
But no, and we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Jedi's guilty of it. Everybody watching this has probably been guilty of this at one point. I like this guy. He's young. Why isn't he winning?
Right?
Oh my God, he's getting buried because he's not the world's champion yet.
Yeah, what's the hold up?
It would. Both guys. Darby didn't look bad, and Cody needed the win, so you have to have something like that.
Right.
You know, it's just
the story is what it is, and it's not Darby's story right now. So
Darby's story will have a payoff, I think.
Yeah.
By Revolution next year.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably true.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know what direction they're gonna go in, but I feel by All Out 2021, we might be looking at Hangman Page as world champion and Darby Allin as TNT champion. You know, I don't know what injuries are going to come or what signings they're going to have or who might just out of the blue, you know, need hot-shotted. But I feel like that could be where they're going. I feel like those two will be champion potentially by Labor Day weekend 2021.
Right. So, second match, Wardlow makes a friend.
Sure.
Wardlow killing fools, you know. Best Friends versus Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc.
This is a good match. I mean, I'm not the world's biggest Jimmy Havoc fan, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
I understand that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see. Best Friends won. Sean Spears also.
Honestly, I also say this. I think that Best Friends should be the one to beat Kenny and Hangman.
Does seem to be tracking that direction at this point.
Yeah.
Sean Spears, the chairman, beating nameless guys, doing his thing.
No Tully, though, unfortunately.
Well, you know, considering. Mr. Brody Lee, on the other hand, he doesn't fight just nameless people. He fights people that are signed to contracts.
Like Marco Stunt.
Huh?
Like Marco Stunt. Brody Lee killing fools next.
Marco Stunt didn't have enough when he fought Lance Archer the other day, so he had to go against Mr. Brody Lee.
Yeah, next.
Hey.
Here, I'll show my objectivity. Didn't really like this. I mean, like, I get you gotta make Brody Lee big, but, like, I'm not gonna act like this is the greatest thing ever. You know, and that AEW does everything perfectly. I'm just kind of like, okay, this is a necessary evil. It happened. Next.
I understand that. I was just going to say that Marco needs to get more advice from Luchasaurus. Otherwise, he's just going to keep getting Jurassic kicked.
Well, guys, it's been a great show. If you enjoyed this video...
Lance Archer versus Dustin Rhodes in the other semifinal match.
Basically, you know, Dustin looked good. Then eventually Dustin got his ass kicked. Like, he showed good fighting spirit, but there was not a doubt at any point in time that, for me, that Lance Archer was winning this match.
What can I say? He's a killer.
Yeah.
So, yep. So now we get to actually see Jake's client take on Caesar.
Yeah, and it also makes perfect sense for the storyline. That storyline, something else that, you know, all the Cody haters and the I want my new favorite to be everything, and I want it now. I want an Oompa Loompa Darby Allin now, Daddy. That's what they all reminded me of. I want it now.
Yeah. I'm just picturing Darby Allin as an Oompa Loompa now.
Darby. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, yeah, looking forward to Double or Nothing. WWE might do something good for Money in the Bank. Like, so far it's decent. It's just kind of. Oh, and next week on Dynamite, we are going to see Les Sex Gods, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy. So, Matt Hardy makes his in-ring AEW debut next week on Dynamite. So, that'll be cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Got some good names in the Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah. It's just kind of...
Asuka, Baszler, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, Nia Jax, and probably Carmella. It looks like they haven't decided if it's Mandy
You
or
said
Carmella
good
yet.
names in Nia Jax, therefore you have lost credibility.
Right? You know, I mean, could have been Kairi Sane, just saying. Daniel Bryan, on the men's one, Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black. Of course, Baron Corbin has to be in there. And then it's either Otis and Ziggler, and they haven't even decided on the sixth one yet. So SmackDown needs to get it together.
But still, Baron Corbin's in it.
Tomorrow. And that's about it. I mean, Bayley's fighting Tamina, McIntyre and Rollins, Strowman and Wyatt. That's what we got so far now. So we'll see what
the Tamina match will be my piss break.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty fair.
Yeah. But, yeah, that is it for us this week. Thank you guys for joining us. If you like this video, please give it a like, share, subscribe for more content. Well, when things get back to normal, it will not just be from the world of pro wrestling, but from the world of gaming, anime, comic books, and all things geek culture. Gotta be able to get new comic books to talk about comic books. Go like and follow me on all my social media pages, facebook.com/athleticgeek89, Twitter @athletic_geek89, and Instagram @athleticgeek89. Jedi has no social media pages because he's got kids and one on the way, and he ain't got time for any of that bullshit. But if you got a question for him, just let us know in the comments section or hit me up, and I will forward the question or comment along. But for via telephone, Jedi Jason Kruger, I am the Athletic Geek. We are just two marks, and we're out. Later.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good week.